Welcome to the Fearless Female Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Katerina Kormas, mindset and confidence coach for fabulous women just like you. I'm here to help you attract in more of what you desire in life and business. More wealth, more joy, success, confidence, soulmate clients, and all the abundance you can imagine. This podcast is all about your evolution to becoming the woman that has all she desires. This is where you become untethered from the fears and the doubts and the limiting beliefs holding you back right now, and instead embodying the mindset, beliefs, thoughts, and actions that will bring you to your next level goals, dreams, and success. If you're ready to step into your next level confidence and fearlessly create the life and business of your dreams, then you're exactly where you're meant to be. This is where you get your weekly dose of paradigm and mindset shifting insights that will help you change the way you see yourself and all you're capable of manifesting in your life and business. So if you're ready to get started, let's begin. Hello. Welcome back to the Fearless Female Entrepreneur Podcast. It is the night before Thanksgiving, and I thought this is the perfect time to kick off the new season of the podcast. I am so excited for what's coming up this year. I already have so many amazing interviews lined up, so many episodes planned out. So stay tuned for those that are going to be dropping weekly starting now. But I thought this was such a great place to start, right? The night before Thanksgiving, for those of you that are in the US, this is a time where we get together with family and we really think about all the things that we're thankful for and just take some time to find joy. It's holiday season with Christmas and Hanukkah and all the holidays coming up, time where you're singing Christmas carols or you're exchanging gifts or you're seeing family or you're having holiday parties. Like, it's such a great time for joy, great time for reflection, great time to just take a moment away from the hustle and bustle of the rest of the year to slow down. And I love this time of year. We're big holiday fans in my family, but I also love the meaning of this time of year. I love the word joy, and joy comes up a lot, but I also love gratitude. And in all honesty, I never really understood gratitude. When I call it the old school gratitude, where it's like, you should be grateful for your water. You should be grateful you have food, like the forced gratitude, I call it, um, where it's more threatening, more, I guess, I don't know, when you were little, and you didn't eat your food, like, there's starving kids around the world. You should, eat your food and be grateful you have it, like that kind of gratitude. But gratitude, the way I look at it, is the most beautiful energy that you can be in. It is the receiving energy. It is the energy that the universe responds to. And this time of year is when we get reminded of gratitude. And I just want to take a few minutes just to chat about what the real meaning of gratitude is, what it's really doing on an energetic level um, in our lives, and how it's actually the secret to everything that we desire. So, if you've been here for a minute, you've heard me say this over and over and over again. If you are new here, welcome. Welcome, and just listen in, and you'll hear me talk about this quite a bit. But we are always a match for everything we create in our lives. We are a match based on our thoughts, our beliefs, and our energy. And, being human, we put a lot of stock into the things that we can see as being the reason why things happen, right? We put a lot of stock into the energy, the actual action, the physical action we take to be what brings us what we desire or brings us what we don't desire. But in all honesty and actuality, it is not the actions. It is the thoughts, beliefs, and the energy, the things that we cannot see that actually manifests what we desire. And you can see this in if you took all the action and somebody else took the same actions and one person got a result and one didn't, right? What's the missing piece? If it was the action and you both took the same action, you'd both get the same result. But that's not what happens, right? There's something behind it. And so it is basically everything that we think, believe, and the energy that we lead with that the universe responds to. And the universe gives us gifts based on that energy. So some gifts are amazing and some gifts are lessons. And it depends on what we're putting out there. And you want to be a match for the gifts you desire, right? That next level dream, that next level goal, the next level vision that you have. And being in the energy of more and more things you're thankful for means you have to be thankful now. So if you're in the energy of being thankful for what you have now, that energy is a match for stuff that you'll be thankful for next. You have to be in the energy of gratitude to receive. You have to be in this energy of I appreciate where I am. I trust where I am. I feel the gifts. I feel the love. I feel the support. I feel the abundance. And I often think of it as if someone comes to your birthday party and gives you a gift and your reaction is, "Oh, this isn't enough. I want more than this," or "This isn't what I asked for." Well, that person isn't going to show up to your next party and isn't going to give you another gift. They're not going to give you more gifts that you desire because you didn't appreciate what they gave you. I kind of have an icky feeling if you go there and somebody's like, "Oh, thank you," right? Like, okay, I'm not going to give you a gift again. or or they give you a gift and you're like, "Re-gift, I'm going to give this away." Or, "Do you have a receipt so I can return this?" Like, okay, I don't really know what she wants, so I'm not going to get her a gift again. But if you find gratitude in what you're receiving right now, you're in this receiving energy, meaning you're open to receiving more. And the universe responds to that energy. It responds to you being like, "Oh my gosh, I am so grateful for what I have right now. I am grateful for whatever's occurring to me, whatever I've received, whatever outcome I get." When you're in that energy and you respond to it not in a fearful way or not like fearful that if I got this then I'm not going to get the next thing. If you're responding from a place of like, I can have this thing that I just got and there's more coming. That is a match. That's the energy of your next level dream, where you receive the clients, where you receive the money, you receive the joyful life experiences. Because in that future version of you that is receiving, that has what you desire, they're not just having it once, right? The future you desire, the future you that has a successful business and has clients coming to them isn't just abundant and joyful because they have one client. In that future version of you, they have many, but it all starts with one, right? It all starts with what you have now. It's actually the energy of abundance. Gratitude and abundance are so similar in their energies. It's the energy of having more than enough now. More than enough now. Because that's what you're desiring, a life and business that brings you abundance and overflow of not just money, but opportunities and creativity, time, happiness, peace, security, safety, love, right? That is what you're desiring, is an abundance of that. But it starts now. And abundance energy is available in any given moment. Any moment. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute in terms of like the struggle, but it's a feeling that you get to have. It's a mindset you get to have. It's a perspective you get to shift into in any given moment. It is available to you. That is available to you when you shift to seeing all you have. And it doesn't negate what you desire to have more, what you desire to have more of, or what you desire to have next. It doesn't mean that, oh my gosh, because I used to believe this. But if I love where I am now and the things that are happening to me now, and if I am grateful for everything I have now, then won't the universe think I don't need more? But that's the exact opposite. When you're grateful for it now, you've opened this portal for more to come in. When you're not grateful for it, you've shut the door to more gifts coming to you, for the universe to respond to you. Um, It's basically acknowledging the gifts you've already received. So when you're in that moment of being grateful for everything you have now, you are acknowledging all that you've already received. So, like the house you live in, or apartment, or if you live in a shelter, the food you eat, the support from friends and family, the dog that's by your side right now, the kids you dreamed of having, the love you once longed for. Honestly, in my gratitude practice, like I'll write down the beauty products that make me feel confident, or the call with my friend, or a paycheck I just received, or, even in times of unemployment, being grateful for the unemployment check. It's stuff that you are receiving. And sometimes we dismiss it because we're always thinking about what's next, what you don't have. Abundance energy is like the invisible magnet to more, but lack and scarcity mindset is not a match for anything. It's basically just a match for more lack. It's like a domino effect. If you're constantly thinking of all the things you don't have or the struggle you're in, you kind of self-fulfilling prophecy always see that. So you're always experiencing it. And the outside world and the universe is responding with what that energy is. I want to acknowledge, though, I do want to acknowledge that I get how hard it is in times of like struggle and despair and challenges and heartache and fear to see the abundance and gratitude. I do want to acknowledge that. It can be one of the hardest things you can do when things feel so desperate, or you're sad and you're frustrated, to move from an energy of that to abundance. I know what it's like to hate your job, to be so miserable, to struggle with not having money in the bank, or having like 75 cents in the bank, of being sick, or of losing a loved one. I get that. And it's so hard I remember years ago, I was working with a coach, and it was in my corporate job, and I was so miserable, y'all. I was so unbelievably miserable. And I remember my coach telling me that I really need to find a way to be grateful for my job. And if I found a way to be grateful for my job, it would make life easier. I could not. I thought she was insane. And now looking back, I get it. But in that moment, I was so stuck in the I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I hate where I am. This isn't enough. This isn't enough time freedom. I'm not making enough money. I can't use my creativity here. I was so stuck in lack, but nobody had really opened my eyes to seeing ways that I could shift that energy little by little to open myself up to receiving more, to attracting in a different situation. And I eventually burnt out. I eventually quit without a job lined up. I did start a business, but um, I couldn't get into that energy. And looking back, I wish I could. I wish I could because I could see now how I would have opened myself up to new possibilities. But my filter was I'm either here in this miserable situation or I need to be totally somewhere else to be happy. And I didn't leave room to receive a middleman. I didn't leave room. It wasn't open to receiving because I was so closed off in the struggle and the misery and the lack. I don't have, I don't have, I don't have, I don't have. Look how far I am from what I desire. In that energy, I couldn't allow in other ideas, possibilities, opportunities. They were probably knocking at my door every single moment. The universe was probably sending me stuff going, here's another thing, here's another thing. I wasn't open to it. I wasn't open to receiving it. And I think it's really important to realize that there's a duality in every given moment. So you can struggle and still be grateful. You can grieve and still be grateful. You can not know where the next meal is going to come from and still be grateful. You can be absolutely miserable where you are right now and want to make a change and still be grateful. Both of those can be true. You can cry, scream, throw a tantrum, get angry, and still be grateful. They're both available at any given moment. And one of the biggest challenges is being grateful for what you have when you can't find the joy, right? Like me and my job. It was the biggest challenge to be grateful when I could not find anything good from it. In these moments, as I've learned throughout the years, like lean into joy in other areas of your life, like borrow joy, right? Like we're talking about an energy state, right? Not everything in your life is awful, right? Even if your life is really sucky right now, there's something in your life that brings you joy. It could be just going for a walk. It could be your morning coffee. It could be your dog. It could be painting, creating, doing yoga, right? You borrow the joy. You borrow the gratitude from the things you can be grateful for, the things you can find joy. In the things you can't change right now, let them be what they are while you carve out time to do things you love, to do more or spend more time with things you're grateful for. It's just borrowing gratitude and abundance where it's available in your life. It's finding where you're open to receiving more of things and being in that energy more often. So if you're more open to making friends than you are to a new job opportunity or to finding a love or whatever, right? Go make more friends. Go hang out with your friends. If art just opens up your soul, do more art. And while you're doing it, just be grateful that you have this talent or this skill or this desire to do it. What I love so much about gratitude is that it forces your mind to come back to center, to be in this present moment. At any given moment, that is the best gift. The best gift. It's why I tell my clients, like, start your day with writing everything you're grateful for and everything that makes you feel abundant, because it's like a reset button. It's this y we create our lives and future from the present moment, right? That's how we're always creating. It's always what We do, we feel, we believe, we think in the moment that leads to what we create in the future. It's actually where the reflection happens, where the outside world reflects what we're feeling and what we're believing is in the present moment, right? If you have this gratitude feeling now and this open to receiving this abundance now, and you take it into the next moment and the next moment and the next moment and the next moment, eventually what you see in the outside world, what the universe gifts to you is a reflection of that energy. It's it's what will make you feel more of that. It's a mirror. So if you're sitting there going, gosh, I'm so grateful for the house I live in, even if you're dreaming of a mansion. If I'm so grateful for this one client I'm working with, even if you wish you were working with 2,500 clients. I am so grateful for my puppy dog, even though you want five more dogs, right? I am so grateful. I am so abundant. Look at all that I have. The mirror, and you're thinking like, I want more of this. Everything is always a more. Even if you lived in your car right now, that's a shelter. That's a quote unquote house, right? Even if you want an apartment next, it's just something more than what you have now. It's something bigger, it's something different, but you already have the base that you're working with. So you being abundant and feeling like, oh my gosh, I love my clothes. I feel, look at all the clothes that I have. I'm so grateful for my clothes. They keep me warm. I have so many of them. And you're dreaming of this beautiful walk-in closet with tons of clothes, right? That's just more. And you want the universe to reflect that feeling to give you the reality of having that big walk-in closet with all those clothes. It's always a reflection. As humans, we get caught up in the past and what's happened to us or the choices that we've made, or we live in the future of wishing our lives to be different, measuring every moment by how far we still have to go. I remember years ago, my great aunt, I was at her house. I remember I was sitting on her couch next to her. She was watching TV and I was venting to her about something. And she turned to me and she said, "Stop wishing your life away." And I was like, oof. And a lot of times we're so in the dream. We're so in wishing something, our lives were different. We're so wishing that we could be more successful or have more overflow and all of this. And we get so caught up in that future vision and comparing where we are now and measuring where we are now to that we wish our life away and we miss the life we have that's creating the future. And by doing that, we're just not living in the present. And this beautiful practice of gratitude reminds you that you have so much right now, that life is happening right now, that you've created so much right now. Bringing yourself into that beautiful energy is like the reset button. It's invaluable when your mindset is spiraling. When you're like in the weeds of life and business and you haven't looked up to see where life has brought you to or where you are now or what you've created, that moment of gratitude is like the like kind of like a life assessment in a way. um oh, look at all that I have. Look at all that I'm so grateful that I have, that makes my life so much better, that I've dreamed of at one point. And this practice of gratitude and abundance has been one of the biggest game changers for my clients and myself. Like leading with that energy makes the world and universe respond to you differently. And I will tell you that some of my clients that come to me that just feel so desperate or they're struggling and they have this dream on their heart to start a business, or they have a business and it's not going anywhere and they're just overly frustrated. When they do this practice, the world changes very fast. They don't need months of doing this work. They just need moments of doing the work. And because it's like this reset button, it stops the mindset clutter, the mindset struggle, the measuring, comparing how far you still have to go, or worrying about where you are now in terms of like, this isn't where I want to be. It takes you out of that lack energy, puts you in abundance energy. And all of a sudden, you start to see more opportunities, more possibilities, opportunities, new things to experience, new levels of confidence. It basically stops a frantic energy in its tracks. The doing energy, the pushing energy, forcing it to make a change, forcing things to happen. I don't like what I'm seeing in my life right now. I want to change. It brings you into this receiving energy, which is where the universe plays in. It's where it meets you and your desires. So it only takes a moment to shift into that energy and compounding that energy every day doing this. Every day, maybe starting and ending your day with a list of gratitude or abundance, or just starting your day with it or ending your day with it. You're constantly stopping the frantic energy and getting back into the now. And it kind of opens the door, opens the door for the universe because the frantic lack, scarcity, forcing energy pushes the universe away. But the beautiful, abundant, and gratitude energy invites it in. It shifts your mood. It makes life kind of lighter. It sparks a life force in you that tells the universe, I'm ready to have fun. I'm ready to create. I'm ready to play. Bring it. And so I wanted to share this with you. I think it's just the perfect time as we're going into Thanksgiving if you're listening to it now. Um, but no matter if you're listening to it now or if you're listening, during the holidays or if you're listening it at some other moment throughout the year, this is your reminder to stop, to be in the moment, to reflect on all you have right now, all that makes you abundant, all you're grateful for, all the gifts the universe has given you, even all the things that you're proud of about yourself that you've accomplished, that your journey has taken you and to a place where you have all these skills and you have this breadth of knowledge, and feel into that abundance and then lead from it. Make decisions from this energy, not from a lack, fearful energy, but from a more is coming energy, more is possible energy. What if the universe is ready to give me this? What if the universe is ready to give me the next 5 clients? What if the universe is ready to hand me $10,000? What if the universe is ready and I'm stopping into my tracks? What if it's already there? I did this fun exercise. I'll share with you my last story, I promise, for the day. Um, During COVID, life was like all up in the air, and I was sitting in my backyard. And I don't remember why I did this exercise, but I started to play in abundant energy. And I started to list out everything I had. It was kind of like this, I think I was trying to figure out all my assets or something. And I started making a list of like how much everything in my house cost me. Like how much did it cost? And I just like looked around the living room and I made a list, and then I looked around my office and I'm like, "Oh my gosh. Look at all I have." At some point I had all this money to buy all these things. If I sold all these things, look at how much money I would have, which means that all the stuff I have is worth so much. And I played that game and I was like, it made me shift how I saw my life and all that I had. And, then I took it down to like my file boxes in my office. I'm like, oh, I remember buying them at not Crate and Barrel, a Container Store. And I remember needing them. and I had received the money for them, and I went to the store and I bought them, and how they contain my messy files now, right? And then I started to think about, wow, I really wanted a new beautiful desk for my new office when I was moving into my house, and how I had the money at the time and I went to World Market and I bought it, and how that was another gift that I got, something I desired that I received. And it just started opening up this flow. So it's a kind of a fun exercise to do if you want to see and really feel into all that the universe has gifted you along the way. So I just wanted to share this with you. I thought it was perfect time to do it. We are kicking off the new season of the Fearless Female Entrepreneur podcast. So I thought this was a perfect time. But remember, this energy is where you become a match for what you desire. This is where you receive it. So, wherever you are right now, if you're re listening to it, whatever it is, go spend time with your family. Go do more of what you love. Have fun. Live life now. Get away from the to do list, because this is the energy the universe plays in, not the doing energy. He's kind of like a beautiful mashup of doing, but also receiving. So that is what I have for you. I am so excited about the upcoming episodes. If you haven't done so, click on the subscribe button so that you get notified when new episodes drop. And if you've enjoyed the episodes, I'd love for you to leave a review and let us know your thoughts and any valuable aha moments that you've had while you've been listening to the podcast. It would be lovely to hear what you've taken away from the different seasons or different episodes. It would mean so much to me. But thank you all so much. I have so much coming to you. Stay tuned and have a great week. Bye.